Yes, everyone, it was Newcastle 1, Liverpool 2. What a performance for the Reds! What a win for Liverpool it was! Absolutely unreal! The Geordies! The Geordies thought they had us! One of the most horrendous refereeing performances you're ever likely to see in a Premier League game. Horrendous refereeing decision. Anthony Gordon, the worst, the most yellow card worthy foul of the entire game was Anthony Gordon pushing Trent, and then Trent chucks the ball down and gets booked for it, and we thought that was as bad as it was going to be. We were worried, what is Trent going to do? What's going to happen to Trent? Trent stood up today big time, and he ends up with the armband. Trent Alexander-Arnold just captained Liverpool to an absolutely famous victory there. It genuinely was. The odds were stacked against the officials. I don't want to be that guy. I hate the whole referees are corrupt and blah blah blah, but it genuinely feels like they've decided to get together and go, you know what, Jurgen Klopp, up yours this season. And Liverpool in return have gone, you know what, actually we'll just be better than the teams we're playing. We're going to win in spite of absolutely institutionally incompetent refereeing. Astonishing how bad it was. The Virgil foul, look, I get it. He kind of goes through the guy's legs to take the ball, maybe. But again, to just give a straight red, the same as McAllister last week. Like, take a moment, ref. Give him a yellow and then go and look at the screen or have your mates tell you. Because the second it's a red, it takes so much to overturn a red card that he was always getting sent off. I think huge credit goes to Virgil Van Dijk and to Jurgen Klopp, because honestly, if I was Jurgen Klopp, I'd have just started swinging on the touchline there, just start windmilling punches, because that's what it felt like. It felt like one of them moments. It felt like, oh, fuck off. It was a oh, fuck off moment. Liverpool dug in, and I have to say, I've been very critical of Eddie Howe as a manager, because I don't think he's good enough to be a top-level manager, and this game has only strengthened my position on that argument. Look at the substitutions. What does he do in taking Anthony Gordon off? Thank you so much, Eddie Howe. You know what? Because in doing so, you've robbed Everton of the win here today. Because if they kept Anthony Gordon on, I think Newcastle win and Everton have got their first win of the season. Which is the closest thing they're going to get to it for a while. Because he had Trent on toast, he really did. He gave him a torrid game, particularly once he's got the yellow card for them. Super. Look, they're the rules. Don't kick the ball away. And I get it. I have a sympathy, because it's very easy for us at home or on telly or in random bars in Mallorca to say, don't throw it away. It's like your entire life worth of how you behave on a football pitch has been changed by a rule. We're going to see loads of boss players booked for doing daft things in the coming weeks and months until they get used to it. So it's annoying, but it is what it is, as long as he didn't get sent off. But Anthony Gordon had a really good game. He was a real threat for them. And Eddie Howe shit the bed. Eddie Howe basically, in face, when we saw this at City the week, it's not good enough. Jurgen Klopp is a world-class manager. Jurgen Klopp is the best manager on the planet. And Pep, alongside Pep Guardiola. I'm prepared to say alongside Pep Guardiola. And 2 games now we've seen him be totally out of his depth against superior managerial opposition. But look, besides that, look, I've had a pint. I have. So let's talk about the boss. And the boss was the substitutions for Liverpool. They made the substitutions that won the game for us today, and I wasn't sure about Darwin Nunez. I thought taking Gakpo off was a huge mistake, huge, because Salah wasn't holding the ball up. But Liverpool went for a 20 minutes fish to go, and fuck it. Better to lose 2-0 than to lose 1-0, go for it. And Liverpool, for having that guile, that impetus, that bravery, the players who were on the pitch all wanted it. No one shirked today. I thought Joe Gomez was magnificent, stepping in at centre half for Virgil Van Dijk. Good to see Quanta get a game. Thought Matip will have done his doubters a little bit of good as well today. I mean, look, what Harvey Elliott, was it Harvey Elliott and Szoboszlai anchoring the midfield? Elliott was brilliant. Szoboszlai was good. Darwin Nunez. We need him to be that impact sub. Come and rock you. Just come and be all wild, but not in that shit Evertonian way, like where, oh, you get pats on the back for taking throw-ins. I mean, like, go and really impact the game like he was at the start of last season. 2 brilliant goals. goals that were made in pre-season. We saw that in pre-season. I was a little unsure when he doesn't start the season. I'm thinking, what is Darwin Nunez? What's the future for him? Doesn't matter. As long as he's at least doing that, he is the best. He's the best upgrade on Divock Origi I've ever seen at worst. And at best, we might have a genuinely phenomenal centre forward in our hands. Huge credit to Klopp and Pep Linders and the players on the pitch who dug in deep. They defended resolutely, and Newcastle just basically lost the bottle because all of a sudden they're there. There's your opportunity. Go and put Liverpool in your rearview mirror, and they don't have it because they're not genuinely at that level of a football club yet. It'll come in time. Money makes things work. Newcastle will be a top club in time to come, but Liverpool, they were like that heavyweight who everyone thinks has lost a step, but he's still got something to prove. He wants to prove he's on top. And in the face of losing Virgil Van Dijk, 10 men for the vast majority of that game, what a performance for Liverpool. I am immensely proud, and look, I wasn't going to do a video today because I'm on my holidays. How could I not? How could I not? Right, listen, I don't know what's going on back in Liverpool because I'm on my holidays. Everyone else is sorting things out, but I know that there will be a player ratings and an instant match reaction on redmenplus.com. Head up there, sign up and get that. Loads of free content on the Redmen YouTube channel as well. But yeah, what a performance from Liverpool today. What a performance. Men against boys. It showed Liverpool's level there. Huge win, huge, and I'm very proud. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think I say proud then, bladdered. I've got through this. Thank you so much for joining me. Up the Redmen, up Liverpool, up Darwin fucking Nunez.